I'm sorry. I just realized I was muted. My bad. My bad, y'all. So we are here on this lovely Thursday evening. Sorry, Monday evening. Lord, I'm waiting for the weekend already, y'all. You see your girl got on her track shoes. But yes, we are here to discuss. Y'all see it? The five. The five of the heartbeats, okay? Something near and dear to my heart. My family used to make me perform a lot of these songs in the living room, y'all. I don't know if I should be triggered or not. They use me for the entertainment. But I got a special guest with me. We're gonna discuss. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun, y'all. So let me bring them up. Moda.
Yeah, what's going on? The seventh heartbeat.
The seventh heartbeat, all right. Yeah, they had some changes up in there too, because they couldn't get it together. All right. So let's just start off. Okay. When you hear the five heartbeats, what comes to your mind? What thoughts? What sounds?
I got nothing but love for you, baby. He said, "Y'all sing, bro. Let me hear you sing something."
Oh, we about to get into that because that was a whole hot of the mess. Okay. Oh, child, the racism of it all, y'all. But yes, the five heartbeats. Robert Townsend, Keenan Ivory Waynes. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into this project, and we are forever grateful. Okay. This movie is so fire. If you aren't aware, if you've been living under a rock, the five heartbeats pretty much follows five high school friends who form a singing group. And we follow their journey to success. There's some ups and some downs, y'all. We talking about drugs, betrayal, disloyalty, the alcohol of it all, the sharing of the women's, murder, like all the good stuff, y'all. All the good stuff. So we just gonna go ahead and get into it, all right? So what are we looking at here, Mo.J? What's going on?
Well, Duck is looking back on the past, and they always do a "Where are they now?" So he's out on the beach, very, very successful. Him and his brother, they weren't really seeing eye to eye at this point, or was this before or after he went back? But anyway, he's looking back on the things, and this is how we start the whole show off. You got to have that flashback to where it all started. And Rolling Stone did a hell of a job documenting the story of these brothers.
Yes, good old BET formula, but not a BET movie. We will not do that over here about the five heartbeats. Okay, this is fine cinema gems up in here. Okay, but yes, Duck, he looking at their pictures, y'all. So we gotta go back into the 60s right now. He's looking at this in the 90s or early 90s. So y'all, we had this card game, and Bobby and Eddie, they over there doing the gambling, y'all. And if you see in this middle triangle here, sorry, middle diamond, we see two ace of hearts. Okay, so they've been cheating. They've been cheating. And you can't be cheating over here with people with the guns and whatnot. That ain't gonna work. So yes, they got into some issues. And Bobby, we see on the bottom here, that that back went back. He got shot, y'all, because we don't play about the gambling and the cheating. Okay, we got funds. Look at those old 20s, y'all. Don't that take you back in the day?
All I know is when I first seen this, I just assumed that this is what was going on when my dad was growing up. I thought this is just what everybody did. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh god, the cheating or the shooting or the gambling.
Well, just like the whole scene, like when I
Okay,
was young, I didn't know they were cheating. I just thought they had won and they ran off with the money, so that's why they were shooting at them.
me too.
So I was just thinking, all right, because we had dead presidents, and everything, so it was always people in the back concrete room gambling. So I thought this is the norm. I thought, hey, it's my dad did.
No, I feel you. I was thinking the same thing, y'all. So while they was over there cheating and gambling, they should have been getting their pipes together, okay? Because they are late for a performance for this talent show, okay? But I'm gonna give you a glimpse because Bobby, he got shot, but Eddie Kane of the Junior, he slid into home plate just in the nick of time to start this performance. So we gonna see how it started, y'all. a whole mess. But that was the beginning of what we know to
Oh,
come to
man.
know Eddie Kane Jr. What did you feel when you saw him just slide up in there?
I thought this is the baddest man I've seen in a TV show. I mean, in a movie. When he slid in, that's how I be thinking I'm on my lives on Sunday when I start. I'm just sliding the thing and we just going at it. But yeah, when he came in, I was like, damn, this man, not only is he out here gambling, he still made it on time for the show. You ain't got to worry about Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane gonna be there when Eddie Kane be there.
Facts, facts. I see there's some people in here. If y'all are commenting for some reason, I can't see the comments. Can you see any comments? Well,
No, that I have the YouTube pulled up on the side because I couldn't see him on the.
okay, so you do see people commenting.
Yeah, there's people commenting in here
Oh
now.
man, I'm sorry, y'all. I know Brillo had this issue a while back. I am sorry. Okay, I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up over here.
Yeah, they playing with your girl. But yes, I see Kendall, OT, Inga, Miss Bradshaw, Karen, Demarcus. Hey everyone, I'm sorry I can't see your comments, so just rock with your girl, okay? So, Shy Brother. Shy Brother was hilarious to me. Okay, I don't know if I should have been exposed to this type of game as a kid. Okay, but if y'all not familiar with Shaw Brother, it's kind of a wingman situation. One brother presents because we know Duck and JT are brothers. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. You should know, but they are brothers, and they have this little thing they do with the women. Try to chorus them, into some situations. Okay, and JT, we see very early he is gritty with the booty.
Work it, JT. Work it.
He is hella greedy. And I'm like, bruh, what is going on here? All right. So give me
He was
one
over
second.
there talking about waving. Come on.
Oh gosh. Give me one second, Mo.
Oh,
Actually
man.
updating something.
Every night I gotta fight to prove my love. Hey, why when JT walked off, Duck was looking at him like, "Yeah, you getting what you deserve, man."
Hook it up.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. That is too hilarious. So yes. Well, it didn't end there, you guys. It did not end there because this lady had a man, all right? And we gonna see. We gonna see what happens. All right.
JT, I treat you. Let me try.
I gotta fight every night to prove my love. Shh. What you doing with my woman? I don't want to hear that shit. You just have to.
Oh my God, this line here is epic. Okay, and I did update something on my end, Mo.j. So the comments are coming up. Yay, guys.
yeah, I see him now.
Okay. Some reason it was showing as private, not public. So I don't know what the YouTube is doing with your girl, but stop playing with me. All right. So yes, I have a question. Okay. Was the wife for the streets or was she just spicing up the bedroom? Because if you got to fight every night to prove your love and you still with this woman, like what's going on? Mo in the chat, let a sister know, enlighten me because I'm confused here.
I was thinking the same thing as an adult now. I'm like, all right, she does look good, but if you got to fight every night for her, man, it ain't worth it. But that could just be they, like you said, that could be their thing. You know what I'm saying? She entertained other guys, and then she gets turned on by him whooping on them. But it ain't no telling.
That's my only explanation at this point because I'm like, girl, what are you doing? You
But
get
I'm
all
sure
that super
JT. Oh,
fever.
good.
Monique and Kendall saying they are for she's for the streets.
They
Miss
were in
Bradshaw.
there for a while, so JT had to have seen her husband or her boyfriend, whoever it was. So they
That's
had to have
crazy.
seen it though.
Maybe he was in the bathroom doing number two. Maybe he was in there for a while.
And then he
Or
came
maybe
back with
I'm
one
gonna
drink.
say he was at the bar for a long time. I ain't want to put that man personal business out there.
I mean, hey, she leaving like that. I would have shot my shot.
Like, dang girl, what you doing?
Oh,
And
man.
I love at the end, Duck was like, yeah, let's go see what's happening. Because he's like, what you doing with my woman? What you doing with my woman? Oh my God. So I guess it's an unanimous. She was for the streets. Okay. So I may have to ask Brillo to induct this man in the Sucker Simp Hall of Fame. I'm gonna ask Stalker to that because we about to get into that in a moment. So we have Miss Tanya here, okay? And these two people are at Jimmy's house. Jimmy is pretty much trying to be their manager at this point because he saw something in them at the talent show. So his wife Eleanor, okay, she's over there, teaching the girls. It looks like maybe what's the word I'm trying to look for? Um,
Etiquette.
yeah, etiquette courses or what have you. So of course he lays eyes on this young tender, and they didn't really have too much time to really conversate. I know that ain't the word, but I'm saying it today. Conversate, all right. But he's persistent when it comes to this one. You have anything to say about this, Mojo? Or should I move on?
I mean, you gotta try. I mean, I don't know how it was back in the day. I know we had to write notes, but I wasn't going up to that. Like, I'm not gonna jump ahead of us. But yeah, I mean, you gotta try at least. I give him that, but he took it too far.
How much etiquette? Because look at them books she got. Like she went to a whole day worth of school. How many books you need on how to have some manners, girl? What's going on, Eleanor? What you teaching the people? You probably was teaching her how to play hard to get. That's why took a while for Duck to get them drawn. Jimmy was a competent manager. Yeah, Jimmy, he made some mistakes. He definitely made some mistakes, y'all.
He was trying.
So this is what I'm talking about. Duck at this lady's house, leaving her love notes. Love notes, okay?
Oh,
And she running off to some other man who got a whole car, and he seemed like
drop.
he's definitely older.
Yeah,
Mm,
like I said, I don't know how it was back then, but I'm not writing a note and then trying to. Man, he was trying to put it in the mailbox. It means everybody in the house was going to be able to see that there was a love letter in the mailbox.
child.
And then
But
the mama played him.
I kind of miss those days. I feel like that's what the youth is missing these days. Y'all didn't talk on the phone. You know what I'm saying? We had struggle. We had struggle competition and communication up in here. Now they just
This is true.
texting and just DMing it. That's not really, effective. I mean, it is effective because these people be easy right now. But it was fun back in the day. Do you like me? Check yes or no or circle, yes or no. Those were the days.
Can we blame her though? I mean, this dude does have a drop top Mustang. That thing was probably about $1,200 back then, but he got a Mustang. Like, can we
Yeah.
really knock her? Because they were all of age, so
Yeah, it was sweet. He was low key on his little murder vibes, I guess. Um, leaving notes everywhere and whatnot. But you're right, Modai. Like this gentleman is clearly on a higher level than your boy Duck. Okay.
he pulled up midday in a suit. Midday in the suit. You in a drop top. You can't have that suit on because you know what I'm
You're
saying. It's
right.
gonna be too much when it messing up the tie and everything. But hey, this
Yeah,
man, he's on top of his job.
definitely looking real stuffy right now. But I guess she down for it. She is definitely down for it. Okay. So we have this choreographer here. This scene was funny to me, but it's Ernest Johnson. Okay, if y'all didn't know, he's actually, I believe it's Harold and Nicholas, one of the Nicholas brothers. And they are pretty much famous entertainers and dancers from like the 1930s. They've been in numerous films, had so many different like accolades. Like it's ridiculous. They're famous tap dancers. Well, one of them is in this movie, but the Nicholas brothers are definitely a well-known name. I did have some little pictures of them. They was doing all the stunts, okay? Putting P Valley to shame, all right? Yes, they are definitely doing the skills. But to go back, Dresser was the choreographer before, this man was brought into the picture, okay? Because Jimmy was like, we gotta step our game up. Okay, so they go back and have a little, you got served situation. But Dressel thought he was doing something as a young buck. And he was like, I may be a drunk, but I'm gonna show you a thing or two.
I would have been looking at them dance moves. I'm like, there's no way possible I'm gonna be able. Look at Choir Boy. Choir Boy, no, he ain't gonna be able to do them dance moves.
Oh my god. Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you for that fun fact, Inga. The one in the movie was married to Dorothy Dandruff. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Yes. Oh god, that was hilarious. But after just having a good old time, entertainment, Eddie Kane, he goes to Baby Doll, so some good like fairy tale situation going on. He's calling her Baby Doll, Baby Doll. It's about to happen. Of course, we're gonna talk about Baby Doll and these other chicks in a minute, but they was ride or dies, okay? Yes. Yes, he was telling her like things looking up, boo boo. We gonna get out these dwellings and these situations, okay? But he goes to the house and his daddy pretty much telling him like you ain't gonna be ish because I ain't ish. What kind of parenting is that, Modoc? Because he ended up telling his wife, I just want him to be a better man than me. Is that what?
I mean, they've been doing the singing for a while. He know his son is running around. He be running to him in the streets. Hell, he homeless. But I guess he just wanted that that music was really gonna jump off. So I mean, shit. Basically saying you ain't had no guidance and I wasn't shit, so you ain't gonna be shit. So
That was
but
trifling though. I would never tell my child you ain't gonna be. Well, I'm gonna scratch that because I feel like there's some trifling kids.
yeah. Sometimes at this age, how old do you think they were back then? Like when they
I'm
first started.
thinking early 20s.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, early
And so he
20s.
hasn't been doing nothing but running around and just doing talent shows. And they hear about, man, your son Eddie Kane, they were shooting at him the other night. Everybody knows Eddie. You know what I'm saying? So he just thinking like, hey man, that music stuff ain't working. You've been doing it for so long. I don't
Oh
know.
gosh. Yes, Kendall. The dad was tripping. Okay, just tripping. Bitter. Ugh. Y'all, look at the finger waves of these dudes. I mean, I'm just saying this I can't even be mad at it. I can't even be mad.
That boy can sing though.
This is Bird and the Midnight Falcons, okay? And they are, another group that's performing in the same talent show as the Five Heartbeats. So they're watching them, practice. And I'm like, they need to have closed practices. Like, this shouldn't be allowed anyway, but I digress. And so she's not in the picture, but she's on the left side. Cookie is, I believe, Bird's girlfriend or one of the girlfriends of the members. Hey, Pookie Lolo, how are you? But he tells her like, yo, bring your home girls. And you gotta make sure y'all doing y'all thing for us, low key cheerleaders, okay? And one of the group members was like, you know what, my cousin MC, and so he gonna look out. He gonna look out. But Modai, if you was in the 60s, would you be rocking the finger waves, bro? I could low key kind of see it now. That was wild.
Hey, I've been having a do-rag on for a while. I got the baby finger wave. They ain't legit right now. That's why we got the hat on, We got the baby finger waves. But yeah, I think I'd be rocking them. I'd be doing the finger waves over Duck Slickback.
What about the dye too? He had the little honey blonde dye.
That might be a little that's too much for me. That's for lead singer. See, I ain't no lead singer. I'm like, when you look at the group, you got the lead singer, you got the next one that could be the next star. I'm like number 3, so nah. No die.
Inga said we need to see the documentary about the making of the movie. I feel like I've heard there was a documentary, but I need to check that out. Thank you, Inga, be coming with the information. Okay, Inga, we may have to have you up here one day. Okay. So yes, the talent show. It starts off kind of rough, y'all. But the cousin of the band member, he started it. He was like, yeah, we got the 5 Heartbeats coming up, and they said they better then the Temptations, Bird and the Midnight Falcons, and everybody else put together. And you know that's gonna the crowd was gonna be pissed. So he already knew what he was doing. Real hateration, okay. And they also had a conflict because Duck is a piano player, but they said no, we got to use our house people. We can't have nobody else on our keys. So that's furthering the stress of it all, okay. But y'all, this is probably like my favorite scene of the whole movie, okay.
Hey, we skipped the bird performance. I was just a young boy, still playing with my toys, hanging out with the guys until I realized. I'm like, dang, that boy can sing. Baby, stop running around with me, baby.
You're right.
Baby, stop running.
I had to pull him back.
Yeah, hey. They had to pull him off the stage. He was feeling. I said, hey, they won.
Oh man,
They won.
I
Ain't no
had a
coming back for
picture.
that.
I must have omitted it, but y'all, yeah, Bird, they was some stiff competition, okay. But let me just tell y'all, Duck went for the BS. Duck said, "This my music, and y'all not about to play with me on this stage, okay?"
They were jamming when he got on there.
I don't know why. I got goosebumps. I'm like, that's gangster right there. I'm just saying, Duck ain't playing.
No, that piano player was terrible.
Terrible. He was like, no, just keep going, keep going. What? This don't sound not like the song we practice, bro. Yes, he's an artist and he's sensitive about his ish. You so right, Monique. Yes, hit the like button. It's the television commission, okay? So y'all, after Duck went ahead and fought for his music, y'all. Oh, sorry, just the thug tears about to come out. These tear ducts, no pun intended, y'all. Let me show y'all how Eddie Kane Jr. ain't nothing to play with. Shout out to Bernie Mac in the Players Club, okay? Child, y'all just
It takes more than love.
child. Come on, Modot.
Yeah, he
Rate
did
this
it.
from a scale of 1 to 10.
Man, I give it a 10 because he even had his dad out there smiling. Like, hey, he did what he was supposed to do out there. He did so good it was even comfortable for Choir Boy to come back out.
We gonna get to, we gonna get to that. I felt like his mama. Like I'm standing up to. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Real mommy mode up in here. Real mommy mode. I'm like, Eddie Kane. Eddie Kane. Yes, yes. And I know a lot of them were lip singing, but I still need confirmation if Michael Wright was lip singing, because I swear if he was talented, okay, he need to teach some of these artists that be over here in these award shows. Can't lip sing worth a day. Oh my gosh. Whew. Yes, OT said do it like we did it in the tunnel. Okay. Oh my God. So the performance is going very well, y'all. And Cookie, oh boy's girlfriend, her cookie was in trouble that night.
Here's a house for love, and I build it up, build it up, build it up.
Get red.
Mo, is that a talent that you would wish to have just to have?
Yeah, I don't know. That's dangerous right there.
You have some stalkers.
That's dangerous right there. I can't even go out to eat. I'm in everybody's ear.
I mean, she was just trembling. I said, Cookie, you ain't never been in nobody concert before. Bird ain't never sang to you like Eddie Kane Jr. And you see how he was kind of like, come on, get this
Yeah,
rubber off my hand. Handle that, please.
if I'm JT, I'm rubbing hands like Birdman. I'm like, hey, you want to meet? Hey, you want to meet Eddie Kane? I can get you back there.
Like all these rappers entourage, you got to get to me, to get them. Like, come on, there's a line here.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, introducing the fans to to their favorite artists.
Oh my God. But she continues. Like, this poor girl.
Is there a heart in the house? You got to have love.
Why are you gyrating like that on
Hey, man.
I don't want to go to no concert like that. I'm sorry.
That's the Eddie Kane experience. Front row with it.
Do better. Oh my God, we need a t-shirt, the Eddie Kane experience. Yes, DeMarcus. Oh my gosh, she was definitely in the trance. Oh my God. So she ready. She's actually done. She's actually done because it seems like she done started and finished it without him any darn way. Oh my God. Oh my God. But that was a lot. But as you mentioned, Mo.J, there are no weak links in this group, okay? Because your boy, his voice was anointed by none other than Jesus. He's spitting. What's that mean? He's spit.
I say there's no weak links, but Dresser is the weakest one out of everybody.
I don't know. It may be. Well, Duck is the writer and the musician. Voice wise, I don't know. We didn't see that much of Dresser. We just knew he was the choreographer and he had the baritone of it all.
All we would hear from him is a heart is a house. Like, come on, man. That's what you doing during the song. That's your solo.
Yeah, he does give me like Christmas story vibes, like a narration situation.
Well, he was the choreographer in the beginning, so I give him that.
Yeah, everybody had a role. That's what I like. Everybody had a role for the most part. Oh my God, this is hilarious. Hey, Players for Keeps 20. Hey.
What's up now?
Yes, he does. Yep. Mm-hmm. Quiet Storm. He probably did that after he retired. Oh my God. So yes, that like honestly, that scene is just untouchable. Now I have a question. Is this the most memorable performance scene in movie history? If not, who is better? Who's movie over there doing better than this? Like Mo.J. And I won't be mad if you say no. But you gotta let a sister know who coming better than this.
No, I mean this like as far as most memorable, I can always remember this, and it's just so many different parts of it. We can talk about so many different things on it. So I say, yeah, it is probably one of the most memorable performance scenes. Yeah, that I could think of. Now, my favorite scene out of them is when they were stripping down. Pause, but we'll get to that later.
Yes. That was a good scene too. But yeah, I was like, the only other thing I can think of in this movie is kind of loosely based on the Temptations and the Dells. But I love the Papa Was a Rolling Stone montage scene in Temptations, but I don't really count that because it was like a montage of scenes when they had the Papa Was a Rolling, so they was in there, it was
Yeah, showing everything.
But I can't really count that. But this talent show, it was fire, okay? Yes, David Ruffin. HEA, what's up? What's up? So yes, this talent show scene, like I said, is my favorite. I mean, look how on the bottom left here, Choir Boy was out of the year.
I ain't never been that mad at an artist that I'm about to just start throwing stuff.
They was doing all the programs. They just balling it up. Tissue, handkerchiefs, socks. Oh, but it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. Hey, Miss Daria. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. Sparkle had a good performance. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've seen Sparkle. I have to go back in the crates and find that one. So look at Mama there, just proud. I was over there like, Mama, look at the dad with a half smile. He probably was crying that night. He was gonna cry in the court.
See, him talking to his son like that, it pushed him, man. It put that in the back of his head. I'm gonna prove to my daddy that I can be something. And that's all you need sometimes is someone to be negative. And you're like, damn, it's gonna make me work harder. Thanks, Dad.
All that cursing me out, yeah, it did good to a brother.
Hey, my dad used to curse us out. Look at us. We all right.
Okay, I'm not hurt. Hey, parent how the way you parent, I guess. Well, we'll talk about Eddie Kane a little more because he went through some things. So yeah, Cookie over there squirming, child. Look at her homegirl in the pink and white over here.
I might take them over Cookie. Maybe the one in the green and then pink and then Cookie.
So Cookie wasn't it? She wasn't it for you.
I don't like that hair.
Oh, Mo, die, you be
I can do the
hella
hair down
picky.
to the side. I can do the little bang thing, but that, no, I can't do that.
Oh, poor thing. She got the little, Hasidic Jew curl. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But the one to the left, she does give me like Barry and Tees, like,
Yeah, they're actually
how
pretty
them quiet
good.
girls be. Them quiet girls. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Eddie Kane. I ain't gonna lie now. Eddie Kane got the little half finger wave slick back situation. Yeah, the hair. I ain't gonna lie. This angle, that hair looking kind of There's some bugs in there, probably. Yeah, that one.
look at the friend with the glasses. Oh my god!
Oh my god! I should have did her hair for her. Oh, poor thing. Look at this. Is it that bad? You ain't never been nowhere. Your boyfriend sings. You've been to plenty of concerts and talent shows. Girl, get yourself together.
The friend from 2 seats down came over to wipe her face off. The two next to her ain't doing nothing. They just like, really, Cookie?
Fan me or something. Fan me.
And this girl in the front, she looking up on the stage. They supposed to be paying attention to Cookie. She like, oh no, these boys can actually sing.
He kind of cute.
If Cookie don't want you, I'll take you.
Exactly. I don't mind being second place. Oh man, okay. Dang Cookie. But this is the end. They had a cute little coming together. I'm just like, oh, thug tears for your girl, okay? Oh boy, the original Suge Knight, Big Red. Big Red and Jimmy. All right. And Eleanor, she ain't with the BS. Okay. So long story short, Big Red, he owns a record company, Big Red Records. Okay. And he's trying to sign them. But of course, it seems that there's a reputation over here with the Big Red of it all. So Jimmy was like, I'm good for right now. Because Eleanor probably gonna curse him out. Go ahead, Moda.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a fan of Big Red. He's about his business. He looking at Jimmy. Jimmy, you easy come up. I gotta go through you. I already knew you was a sucker, Jimmy. So we're gonna definitely get over you now. Eleanor, I give her all the credit because she already knew right off the bat. Don't be getting in business with him. Don't even talk to him. So she should have told him a little. Well, she did tell him. Eleanor was a good ass wife. I ain't gonna lie. She was looking out for him, man. He was just doing his own thing. He was like, "Nah, Eleanor, I got it this time." Like, all right, man.
Yeah, because Jimmy definitely had like Ike Turner vibes in terms of like having people just dip on him, So I'm surprised he wasn't resentful. But he was like, "This the last time. This the last group, Eleanor. Just hold on with me, baby girl. But Brillo, apparently, he think Big Red should be in a Sucker Hall of Fame.
Nah, hey, Big Red was just doing his
Ain't go.
business. Everything was in the contract.
Yeah, we're gonna get to them office hours. We're gonna get to them office hours, okay? But you see how your boy Eddie was looking at that card. I'm like, oh, is this low key foreshadowing? Mm-mm. Look it over there. I don't know, y'all. Placement,
Hey,
placement. All right, so Duck over there. This was actually one of the scenes I used to have to perform in the living room, y'all, in front of all.
performance time. Performance time. The people want to see it. They want to see it.
This voice is too crackling over here. Okay, like the 8-year-old PG definitely sounded a lot, a lot different. Okay, but yeah, I definitely, was over there being 6 and 7, singing all the tunes. Okay. But yeah, Duck was over there trying to write. They got a song they need to push out, okay? And she over there, putting it together, being MVP of the family. And I'm like, dang, Duck, maybe you should have put her on after you got put on. She got pipes. Am I
She's in here sweeping this big old room. Come on, Doug. You know we gotta get this done for Mama Dad get home. Say, I gotta write this song by the weekend. But they sweeping this big room. All right, I get it. But when they start looking for all the lyrics, like
tripping? That was cheese. Oh wait.
why is it? Why is there lyrics in the bottom of the drawer? This nigga threw out all this.
He knew what each one was too. Oh, I wrote that line over here in the third drawer in the back.
But it was good though. It's like, damn, is that how songs are really put together?
I don't know. Some people hold on and work it out together. That was my song, y'all. But Monique made a good point. Big Red knew who to give the card to the weakest person. Yeah, if you a predator over there, if you big bad wolf, you know who the little Miss Riding Hood is, okay? Hey, BB, thank you for coming. Yes, that little girl can sing, okay? BB said this was my part when I was a child. My cousin used to act this when we was trying to make us clean up. Yes, child, all the chores, okay? Oh my gosh. Moda J, what's going on here?
Oh yeah. So right now, this is what was going on a lot, people. They were trying to get a deal, a record deal. So they was like, all right, we can do it. We like the song. We want to pick it up. The only thing is they whitewashed it. And that's why they brought in, what was they, the four hilltop or horsemen, not the five
The
horsemen.
five horsemen. Mm-hmm.
So basically they were going to take all the songs that the black people worked. They were going to re-image it, redo the song a little bit with the same lyrics, and then push it out to the white people. So right now, everyone's looking at it like, we don't want this deal. This is a bad deal for them. We all knew that they weren't going to take this shit because they said, ain't got
no money, Jack.
wow.
He's like, let's show them how we do it. We got soul. And I had the clip, y'all. I can't find it. I'm sorry, but yes, it was too hot. Look at the wigs, man. Look at the wigs. He was like, I really want to sign you. I really want to, like that. The disrespect and the racism of it all.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie, they know he could sing though.
AP he did all right. Like I wouldn't be against it. If we would have never known about it and it came out, we're like, damn, they ain't that bad of a song.
Yeah. I mean, no swag on a -10, but there's a few artists we had back in the day. We didn't realize their race until later, so it probably could have happened. Whitewash, that was my little Richard saying fast. The foolishness happened to a lot of black artists back in the day. Yeah, y'all. Oh my God. The five horsemen. So yeah, y'all. They decided that this wasn't the record company for them. So I guess there was one only other option available. Oh God. And I must have missed something. But yeah, they go to Big Red. But yes, before they do so, Duck, he goes and introduces himself to Tanya. And he fess up. Baby girl, I was the one. spitting those bars and writing it down. I am behind the poetry. What's up? And the mama come through. Oh, you here to pick? Do I look like I'm dressed for the Salvation Army pickup, mama? You disrespectful. Who
Oh
that Jay?
man. I mean, I give him credit for going over there and saying, "Hey, it was me doing all that writing." But the mom ruined everything because she sounded like, "Oh, okay." She wasn't really feeling it too much. But at least he came back when he got himself together a little bit too. But the mom ruined everything. This big Salvation Army box just been sitting here waiting to go. I I'd have looked at her like, "Hey, I'm talking to your daughter with all due respect, man. I'm not with the Salvation Army. I'm gonna finish my conversation." He walked off like, "Nah, take it."
Oh man, Kendall said she felt bad. I did too, but now that I think about it with my adult eyes, this girl is low key in the mansion. Got a man over there in the drop top picking her up. I'm just saying, maybe she wasn't as trash at that time as I thought she was. Because obviously, what can Duck do for her? He can give her love, but
He on the rise. He want to grow together before this thing take off, baby.
she ain't for that. Tanya ain't for the love of it all.
Oh man.
Tanya went about that life. The struggle love, okay? The struggle love. Yeah, he was writing all of the songs, man. All of the songs. Moda J. Now I know I didn't have the most fantastical childhood in terms of finances, but I ain't never had to sleep foot to mouth like this. Like,
I when we go, I'm not gonna lie. When I go out to Virginia and we were growing up, it was like not to the point where like they fever in your face, but in one room, we had a bunk bed. We had a bunk bed that I think four of us slept on the bunk bed. Up under the bunk bed, we had a twin size mattress you pull out, and there was like another bed. So that's how many of us was at my grandma's house in the room with just all the kids back there. Now, my aunt, they live like we got some land, so we got multiple houses on it. But my aunt and them, they lived in a more modern house. So we had to walk over there to pick up the water and stuff from the water hose. She wouldn't even let us inside with the AC, fill up the water jug.
dang, auntie. Oh man, don't
She was
tell
my
me
married.
that.
She was married by marriage. She wasn't like,
Yeah,
yeah.
bunk beds was the thing, definitely. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, like grandma's house is always the place to go, especially for the cousins. So, you had situations, not every night, but you had situations. And if you're off with the mouth, not have your foot on my cheek like that, bro. Like,
But that was the kid. That was a little kid. It wasn't like it
yeah,
was one of the adult cousins.
I don't want no little kid foot. Them little kids be nasty. Come on now. They be having wingworms, germs, everything. I don't want that.
Especially they walking on that wood floor too that they got to sweep. That thing dusty.
She was sweeping real hard, trying to get all that dirt off, and y'all little raggedy foots. Raggedy foots. I ain't gonna say feet, raggedy foots. And look, his mouth open. Look at that. The big toe on the bottom lip, y'all. The big toe on the bottom lip. Duck over there drooling. And look at JT's hair on the bottom left. I thought I was a woman at first. I was a little confused when I first saw it. I said, "Who auntie and mama is this?"
Oh man.
And look at the cousin with the onesie. The cousins were low key the MVPs as well.
And they had them stockings on too.
But at this point, they're all asleep and they hear their song on the radio. And of course, the whole family comes in, all 11 of them, and they all excited. I'm like, oh my God. And this be real life. Like some people be having like songs on the radio and be either in the projects or just still Poe. And I'm like, dang, that's I don't know now. If you got a ego, that may not work out for you. That may not work out for you. Oh yeah, I definitely understand that. I wasn't no princess. Please believe, okay? I grew up in Harlem. I mean, I didn't, grow up in the worst conditions, but I know how it is, Inga. I know how it is. I'm just playing. I hated the top bunk because I would roll out the bed. Oh no, not
Oh no,
rolling out from the top bunk.
you got to sleep by the wall.
Well, nigga, I hope you don't got no back problems, girl, because that type of fall, that's something serious. All right. So they going on tour, y'all. And they low key doing a chitlin circuit, okay? They over there at the Harlem Duke. And they thought it was gonna be a nice little situation, but it's pretty much a hole in the wall. Big Red, I don't know what business you doing, bruh, but I mean, this could be normal. This could be normal, Mojat J. But this drama starts happening. Do you have anything to say about these
I
pictures?
mean, you got to start somewhere, and you got to
Yeah,
think back then they were going to real small towns. So I
yeah,
mean, I guess it's a cool start with 7, 8 people in there. I mean, hell, all they've been doing up to now was just talent shows. So
yeah. They probably went to Miss Ernestine's little juke joint in Chuckalisa. They probably
oh,
hit
now
that up.
that would have been a come up.
They probably hit that up real hard, okay? But Quiet Boy over there fussing with his daddy because his father said you can't serve two masters, okay? You can't be over there sinning with the secular music and whatnot. You need to be over here with the gospel, okay? You can't do both. You can't do both. And in the first pick, he over there arguing because he always had that Bible, but we see that he actually left the Bible there, and that kind of signifies like, this when ish go wrong at
Yeah.
this point. Okay, they start dealing with the drama, and this part it pissed me off even more as an adult. I mean, I was mad as a little kid, but Moda J, like,
I mean, yeah, especially as an adult. When I was a kid, I was just like, damn, if you get pulled over, they're gonna make you sing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know about that. I can't really sing, but I like this part though, especially when they did start singing. So
yeah, the cop, he was pretty much saying, "Oh, y'all a singing group, so won't y'all sing something?" I'm like,
I got nothing but love. And they didn't even sing nothing but that part. They just kept repeating, I got nothing but love.
y'all ain't about to get all the verses, okay? Y'all ain't doing that. I'm gonna get y'all the bare minimum to get off our backs, okay? So I'm gonna just show the clip real quick.
Why don't y'all sang something?
Doug, like, are you serious right now? You saw,
Dude,
I mean, y'all dresser was looking at him like, bruh.
the cop in the back laughed like I knew they couldn't sing.
Yeah, like they had real confidence. Like, yeah, they about to choke. They about to choke. We about to lock them all up, Danny. We about to lock them all up.
Oh man.
Hey, Detroit Mafia family, what's up? Thank you. Sounding like, yes, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I ain't gonna lie, it was kind of low key chop this screw before chop this screw. That was kind of fun. Shout out to Texas. Stay tuned reviews. Hey, Jimmy should have took the 5 heartbeats to the Apollo instead of the chiplet circuit. Yeah, but it was probably, I don't know. Big Red, he was shady. We gonna get into him in a minute. So this is everybody's face after this, the grading moment. I felt bad. I'm like, dang, y'all broke my boys down. Look at Eddie Kane.
I think he looked like that for the rest of the movie.
Oh, poor thing. And JT over there with the scarf on. He got to protect the edges. Oh my god. Sad. So they still on tour, and one of the record executives came, and he got the nerve to further the racism of it all and show them the album cover. Bruh.
And the thing is, like, all right, it's the 5 heartbeats. All right, you had his heart, but you should have showed like so. You got a
The
family
five
on the. None of the songs that they singing has anything to do with this.
like this is the Beach Boys album cover, not the 5 heartbeats.
Oh man, so I mean, they got him in the long run when it came to the press up. They said, well, one way or another, we gonna turn this white.
Oh my god. I am grateful for my ancestors because a lot of we still go through a lot now, don't get me wrong, but they struggle, child. They struggle. And I don't know if I could be able to deal with it. But I love this scene. They're still on tour, dressed to find out, his woman is knocked up. And he was like, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Big Red said there's a doctor that can go. So I'm like, Big Red, you trying to
Big
I
Red
guess Big
worried
Red.
about the money, man. But I'm
Big
kind of
Red,
with Big Red.
Big Red got the doctors on the main line, okay? But Duck and Eddie was like, nah, bruh, we gotta have this baby. So we see Eddie taking the money, it's out the pocket. And he give it to him. They have a whole little moment. I'm like, oh, this is cute little brotherhood fraternity situation. Like thug tear moments, definitely. Thug tear moments, man.
I'm kind of with Big Red. Hey man, why you get her pregnant? You know we about to go on tour. Now, I mean, I'm not talking about getting rid of it, but I'm like, hey, nigga, you knew we was in the process of getting the deal and going on tour. Why would you get her pregnant and you know you ain't got no damn money? That just don't make no sense. Eddie Kane pulled out a bankroll. Eddie's still in the streets. Because
He
Duck
still
only gave him
cheating.
like 20. Hey, he gave him a bankroll.
And he was playing spades. He be playing spades at every town they hit.
Oh man.
The blackjack, all the game, Tomp, he playing all that. And if he get caught cheating, they in the next city, so he good. He good. He ain't doing what Roulette and Whisper doing over there in Bay Valley. He
Oh
moving.
man.
He in
You knew you
motion,
ain't
all
had
right.
no money. You got her pregnant, man.
Oh man. So this is what the favorite part you referred to. And I'm sorry I didn't
Yeah.
get that clip, but them clips was it was a lot of them. But JT was pissed. He was like, I'm tired of you using my toothbrush, bruh. I'm like, you using the man toothbrush?
I'm sorry, you wearing my clothes.
I'm
Ah,
tired of being in the hallway because you got a girl in there. I don't care about none of that. The toothbrush is gonna be my main. And you with these steaks every night? Come on,
man.
come on. That's nasty. If you, I'm just saying, bare minimum, got the finger. I mean, we done had struggle situations. You probably done got something. Yeah, go ahead and get.
Yeah, we be using the towel too.
Oh, I ain't never used a towel. Okay, something new, something new. But they end up just embarrassing themselves and see on the top here in the gold. They over there rolling on the floor. I'm like, bruh, what in the Jerry Springer is this? And then Jimmy was like, "That's cool." They was on some Ronnie stuff. They gonna use what they got to get what they want. They gonna use
For
all
real.
this in the act. So they put in their performance. They started to break down. Everybody start coming up with the shininess. You know what I'm saying? You see, I got my little blue on. I was trying to incorporate the situation, what have you. But they was over there doing the thug thizzle.
Said,
Break
breakdown.
down.
Nice like this. That was tight to me, man. That was tight. Because me and my brother used to fight, but hey, at the end of the day, we still brothers. We get the job done. So I was like, man, that was tight how they did that.
Well, look at Duck on the bottom left. He's like, how you how you sing bad like that, bro?
They were selling it though.
For real? Hey, man.
Man, we ain't gonna do it right. Let's not do that at all. They were like, oh, boo.
Oh
Boo.
my god, hilarious! And this one of my favorite little scenes. Big Red was like, "What color you want?"
Not knowing he
Everybody had
taking that out of all their money.
the original Birdman.
Oh man.
Buying everybody cars, stuff and getting them bread. Okay, the Cadillacs at a plethora. Which color? Literally, what color you want? Hell
I
of a
know that
come
was a
up.
feel good moment though.
Yeah, for real, for real. Oh man, I don't know now. P. Diddy probably was inspired. Shiny suit man. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, they living it up. They blowing up. They over there on the magazines eating real good. Lobster, steak, caviar, whatever. She done had the baby. She done had the baby. So Big Red, we ain't take your option, bro. And of course, we went in the awards. Life is good. Life is good. Oh, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. We got room for all the 5011 family members.
That was a nice ass house. Hey, mama, I'm still working. I'm gonna get you one day.
Yes, Inga. He was definitely the original Suge Knight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. Probably get discounts on the cars and everything. So we living
Yeah.
good. Baby doll said, nah, bro. What we doing? What we doing? Why we got the lines on the table, Eddie Kane? And that's more germs. You don't know what was on that table. Y'all ain't got no coasters. Like, y'all just bare glass. I'm thinking about all these things, Modai. I know I'll be extra. I understand, but I'm thinking about the germs and the coke and the mixture of it all. Like,
This back in the day, everything was healthy back then.
ain't nobody cutting nothing. Pure cocaine.
Yeah, everything was good back then. Especially this Eddie Kane now. This ain't Eddie Kane of old. This is Eddie Kane. He getting the real deal now.
Oh man, oh man. So baby doll said she gone. She gone for now. For now. Cause Monroe, Eddie's little pusher, he always like in the movie, you could always see him behind Eddie, just eating him. I'm like, see, that's how they be. That devil be on your shoulder, bro. Eddie. Eddie's unhinged at this point, okay? He see Jimmy, the manager, talking to, Flash. You see how they protecting the hair. When I respect the gangster, just keeping the hair tight. What they put in there, Modot? What they put?
The hell if I was looking at that. That's toilet paper, right? That's gotta be some
Well,
sturdy.
it's similar. We use that like in the 90s to protect our
Oh,
hair. I can't remember the material, but it's something you can kind of tie up. You probably still
yeah.
use it
I
today.
always thought that was toilet paper. And I was like, how was he tying a bow tie in toilet paper?
Yeah, but Eddie, he's telling Jimmy like, "Oh, you trying to replace me?" And he telling Flash like, "You want my spot? You want my spot? Well, you ain't gonna get it." Cause you ain't got it. So, old boy was like, I'm closing the door. Eddie's like, I don't care about your door. I'm talking to the door too.
Hey,
I'm
he just kept
pulling the
talking.
door out.
She Eddie wanted
He's
that
high
top
as a kite.
spot.
Your boy, he clean now, but he high as a kite. Yes, tissue wrap. That's probably definitely the the better term, Monique. Thank you, girl.
I thought it was toilet paper.
I never asked the questions in the beauty supply. I mean the beauty shop. I'm sorry. Oh my god, this is probably like top three. Top three. So Eddie Kane skipped out on a performance. So the boys had to go to his hotel room and they had to tell him some things. I'm gonna show y'all what happens. Oh my god, this is so hilarious.
We talked about this drinking and drug shit before. You said you was gonna quit, so we left you alone, thinking you would calm down.
Just 'cause I have one, two, maybe two drinks sometime, what, I'm an alcoholic now?
Oh man, he said, "What? Cause I have one, and one maybe two." Eddie, man,
He
it's
said that about the
cocaine in
coke.
here. Yeah, there's cocaine in here. You forgot all about that.
If I didn't know how to spell alcohol, then I damn sure ain't know how to spell it after he's alcoholic now. How did he say? Let's say it again.
We talked about this drinking and drug shit before. You said you was gonna quit, so we left you alone, thinking you would calm down.
Just 'cause I have one, two, maybe two drinks sometime, what, I'm an alcoholic now?
That's AKA.
Yeah, I was gonna say you put a K in there.
AKA.
Oh, oh, man, look how you woke up, man.
No bonnet, no scarf, no do rag, nothing.
Oh,
Nothing. He had
man.
like two chicks in the bed. They asking him about baby doll. He was like,
Oh,
eh,
man.
And then Duck, he was like, man, you just like your father. So Eddie Kane went ahead and tagged that behind. He was like, oh, you would not talk about my daddy up in this room while I'm recovering, okay? You would not do that. Eddie sounds like that one uncle. Yeah, it was always that one uncle who can't get it right, man. Always that with grandma. Always that one uncle staying with grandma. Don't never get his act together, but grandma always keep him in the house. Don't say nothing. Grandma be hard with all the other kids, but be that one kid. Grandma just letting him ride for everything. Like, come on, grandma. Oh my god! But this probably one of my. This is hilarious to me. I'm sorry. Yeah, we about to get into that too. So yeah, Eddie, yeah, he's unhinged. They over his BS, man. And Choir Boy over there, he swagged out. So they had this little, little benefit or event to celebrate their number one single. He he got his act right. Mo Dot, how you feeling? How you feeling the ass guy? How you feeling the fit? Like, how you feeling it?
Hey, he confident there. Now, I mean, he was lying a little bit because you ain't writing them songs. Talking about, yeah, me over there, I write all the songs. I'm like, all right, you using what you got to get where you need to go. So I give him credit for it. I mean, he's came a long way from when we first seen. He wasn't even talking to girls at first. So hey, I give him credit for this.
No, he was like, yeah, my name is Anthony Stone, but they call me Rock. He was chewing the gum. I was like, all right, quiet boy, I ain't mad at you.
No, nobody call that nigga Rock.
Savannah said, you rocking that hat, bro. You
Yeah,
rocking that
I'm the seventh heartbeat.
hat.
Well, technically eight, because what's the name was part of the group too, but he ain't make it because he got shot.
I lost count. What in the Destiny's Child was going on over here? I don't know what was going on with the replacements, okay? Yep, he was going to milk that. He was like, I'm tired of being a square, okay? I'm trying to boss up. Oh, I was low-key happy for Quiet Boy, even though, I shouldn't be happy for the womanizers and liars, but
I mean, he part of the group. Like he just letting them know, just in case you didn't know that was me. That's me up there.
yeah, he had the little billboard back there. She was like, oh. So you know what happened that night. She was down with the get down, as they used to say back in the day. All right, y'all, look at here. Man, so this young fella holding on for dear life. He wanted to talk to Big Red. Big Red entertaining the folks. He telling jokes. He says, how do you keep an asshole in suspense? You can talk now. He was over there entertaining the folks. And old boy was like, we got urgent matters, okay? And Big Red was like, we chilling right now. We chilling. Old boy said, I don't care. I don't care. We got to discuss our books and my money is funny, okay? My money is funny and we got problems, okay? So we're gonna see Big Red. We're gonna see the original Suge Knight at work.
Give me one. Come on, boy. Bring him in. Let me up. Let me up.
He
If that
sweated
ain't
that
me,
hair
I
out.
know. And Big Red done sweat his perm out, everything. They laughing.
Quickly. You gotta know Big Red ain't the type of nigga you can just go up to and talk to. Like you gotta be prepared when you go in there, man.
This ain't Duck. This ain't Duck. This ain't JT. This ain't Dresser. You got to know who you messing with. This ain't Jimmy.
He punched him in the gut. Told the ladies. He looked at the ladies like, "Y'all get on out of here." They running out the dog. This probably got to be one of the most scariest experiences in life.
Yes, Monique Bird was about to fly for Rizzo. Yes. Yes, because you know what? He had to let him know. Let him know I'm not doing my overtime. I don't do overtime, okay?
With your royalties and my books, my office hours are from. My office hours are from.
9 to 5.
I done told Red Man, "Fuck you, man. We gonna talk about them books right now."
Oh my God, so Flash looked like Tariq over the balcony. That's I think this is Bird actually.
Yeah, this is Bird.
But we know what you're talking about. Oh my God. Well, I guess you learned your lesson if you didn't learn it that night. Whew, Big Red. He had his name out in them streets, y'all. Look at him. Looking like a menace. What town would you say Big Red is from to be this thug and country and big and gangster?
And he's from Alabama or something. I don't know where Big Red from, but that's what it seemed like.
You definitely right. I was thinking down there somewhere. Down in the valley somewhere. Because, Big Red. And you could tell he was just beating up oxes and whatnot. Like, he didn't play. He didn't play down in the country, okay? But if back then they didn't want me, now I'm hot. They only had a face.
Well,
Tanya,
maybe she was just loyal. She still had the boyfriend before she met. Maybe they were still together. Let's give her that. But we know what it was.
she saw that flyer like he looked familiar. Oh, or she may have been peeping the whole time and was like, you know what? When they get to a certain point, oh, they got a number one single. Oh, it's a party.
A party. At this
I'll
point,
go
I
with that.
mean,
And my band gonna be on point. Curl to
oh,
perfection.
it's good to see you. You're like, oh yeah, I've been after you for a while.
I hate it. I hated her. I hated Tanya. Do my boy
Yeah,
wrong like that. But Duck, he a sucker simp. So of course
yeah,
he took.
I would have knocked her down, but man, Duck was going too far.
Oh Lord, oh Lord. 1 second.
Brillo, if you still in here, you might need to induct them.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna have to write that down for him so I won't forget. So yeah, while Duck downstairs getting played, Bird over there about to get laid. Okay, so yeah, that was a hell of a party. Okay, but Eddie Kane took things a little too far. Okay, he running over there to Big Red was like, you know what? Jimmy trying to replace me. So we got problems. And so Jimmy made a cardinal mistake in the early beginning when they discussed the agreement with Big Red. Big Red was like, you know what? I definitely want to sign you guys, but we'll talk about publishing and stuff later. That ain't really important. I'm like, bro, that ain't important. Okay, whatever. And Jimmy was like, I trust my boys. I trust my boys. So at that point, I think Big Red no, he ain't got no contract on these fools. So I could scoop them up anytime. So Big Red ended up getting a contract on Eddie. And what happened, Modaje? What happened after this?
Well, I mean, since Jimmy got fired, Eddie Kane already felt like Jimmy was trying to replace him, so that's why he went and got the contract. So it was like, no matter what, I'll still be in the Five Heartbeat. But Jimmy came over here, and he's already been going at him like they didn't discuss publishing or anything. So he wanted to talk about that. He wanted to talk about what the boys were getting and renegotiating. And then he finds out Eddie changed. At this point, Big Red knows it's closing in. Now everybody asking about these books. Somebody's gonna start talking. So that's what leads us into Big Red. So I'm gonna get this nigga Jimmy.
I was aggravated because this scene in the bottom left, Jimmy went to the car because he got a strange phone call. It was odd. So he left. Eleanor came down behind him. He get his car from the valet. He decides to sit and just ponder at the car for too long. I'm like, who's just sitting in the road and street like that? That don't make no sense. And we see who's in this shadow. Can't be nobody but Big Red Country behind this truck.
The thing is, who puts a hit on a nigga? Hey, I want you to kill him by hitting him with a trash truck. Who puts that kind of hit on somebody? What, they gonna run him off the road if he drove off? Like, at first, I just thought it was an accident, and then as an adult, when you go back, like, oh, so he actually put the hit on him. Okay.
Yeah, I knew Big Red did this. Oh, scoundrel! Look at this. Why are you sitting? And this makes no sense, Jimmy. What are you doing? And look at Big Red antenna too. That's right. Just oh my god, I was so aggravated. But Jimmy died, y'all, and Big Red just
Look
what
at
Tupac
Bird.
did. Just the triflingness of the triflings. He done showed up at the funeral. First of all, you late. And we showing up late. Everybody sat down. We done got a few things out the way. We done did our church announcements. You over here showing up late at the funeral.
He
And
was
they got
hurt.
the nerve. Go ahead, Boda.
I'm not gonna say he was hurt. He showed up late. He couldn't bear it. Like him and Jimmy, close friends. Sucks I had to get rid of that dude, but man, I'm here for him.
And he goes to Eleanor and says, you know what? You shouldn't be alone during this time. You think we could I'm like, you hitting on a woman at her husband's funeral. Is this play a pimp? Let me know, Bojack. Am I missing something? Because this look real.
Nah, this ain't no player. This just
Okay,
being
okay.
disrespectful here. This right here, that's what he's basically doing, rubbing it in.
Yeah. He acting all shit. Look at that bottom lip.
He's Eleanor.
Look a bird over there. Look. I'm gonna
Bird
leave him.
definitely ain't about to talk about them books now. Bird about to tell. Bird, I'm
Oh.
telling. I'm not showing up at 9 to 5. I'm telling.
Oh, see. Oh, that is a good demon time. Please remind
Exactly.
us on the next Brillo show, please. I'm gonna forget. So they find out that the group find out that Eddie Kane had a little side deal, situation with Big Red, which was the catalyst to, Big Red killing Jimmy. So they go over there, talk to, your boy. It was like, you got to tell us everything. So, of course, Bird is right there, front and center. I want everything. I'm surprised he had no pen and paper or recording because he was ready for that revenge. Okay, we see the newspaper record mogul Red Davis found guilty of killing 5 Heartbeats manager. Mm.
I told you, Bird, when as soon as he seen him at the funeral, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm telling. You gonna have to give me something. Or I'm telling."
He did that bird man.
He said, "I want everything."
Oh my God. So y'all, this is the beginning of the first verses, okay? The first verses ever, okay? Because JT he's salty because Eddie Kane is out and Flash is in. He's the new lead singer. And JT, he's feeling insecure because he was like, they screaming his name, not mine. Like, I'm the player partner of the group. What's going on? So Flash has the audacity to go to this married woman and tell her, hey, here's my number. And JT was like, you know what? I'm going to roll up on this fool. I'm going to roll up and I'm going to start this first verse.
Baby, come back to me.
Oh man, hey, he won up Eddie Kane too. He did it to a married woman, and then he tossed the mic. Hey, I don't know. JT may have took it. JT may have took it.
He did that announcer was like, Mr. JT. And he went back on stage and started thrusting. Look at Flash's face. Like, this Negro.
JT won that one. Hey, JT won that. Cause look at Flash. Even Flash, like, damn, this nigga got me.
Where was Cookie at today? Because she would have been in there, okay? No, yeah, the husband. Look at the wife. Now, I have a question. He's like, I can't compete with this. Look at his face. I can't compete with this.
Look at his head.
So the husband ends up leaving, okay? I'm trying to see. I don't have the other picture, but was he overreacting by leaving? Like, because I'm like, dang, she ain't really was looking for this. They came to her, but she could have held her composure just a little bit.
This is the 70s, man. People be talking about they want to go back to this. Niggas is leaving you for real, for real. This nigga with the bald head, oh, he got up and left. He paid top dollar for front row seats. Now you acting like this, and it ain't even Flash doing it. It's the background nigga JT. Oh, no.
Like, you about to be for the streets.
I'm about to go out there and start up that big ass Cadillac. I'm going home. Oh man.
Oh man. I'm like, oh baby girl, you messed up. Well, after the concert, they get a little visitor, man. They get a visitor. Eddie Kane is down bad, y'all. He is down for the count, and this was sad, y'all. Like this was. Oh God, I'm gonna just play this.
Dang. Look, remember?
felt like the group members. I was just like, I can't even say nothing. I can't. He was so excited too. He
Hey
even got the
man,
bottom piece. He just got the top part. But I commend him for at least having that. He probably held on to that for a minute.
he actually hung it up. It ain't dirty or nothing.
Get the wrinkles out. I ain't got no iron, but I'm gonna get these wrinkles.
Oh man, I would have looked at Eddie. I'm like, dog. Hey man, like at this point, it ain't really nothing you could do. Nothing.
Don't you say he fell off in one scene?
Hey, he was getting Big Red as a manager to the next. Like, man, this Big Red shit ain't working out.
Big Red don't got locked up.
Oh man.
Oh my God. So he was like, y'all, I'm sorry. Long story short. Can we get back together? I've been practicing. Like, come on, let's do things like we used to do. So he was like, me.
Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall.
I was like, Duck, like, man, this is horrible and painful to watch, man.
You know how bad that was? If you listen to the crowd, they were going crazy. And Eddie started singing. They got quiet, like, ugh.
Yeah, I noticed that. Like, where everybody go? Where everybody go?
Ugh, Eddie Kane.
I
See
ain't
why
come
they
to
kicked
this.
you out.
Oh God, I felt bad. Poor Eddie. Not OT. His daddy was right. He did look high as a kite. He like,
His daddy was right.
oh, this is definitely top three. Top three. Oh man, poor Eddie. Oh, he probably smelled too. Look at that coat. He definitely stunk.
This is a daddy coat.
Not his daddy coat. Yeah, that's more than that alcohol. Alcohol. He did not address any other thing he was doing but the alcohol. Oh God. Oh God.
Ain't
So
not
the
to
drama
mention
continues, y'all. The drama.
Flash walked by that. I forgot. Flash walked by with
Oh
all the.
yes.
He
Thank you
wanted
for
to
bringing
me.
that up.
Me.
He said, "How does it feel to be me?"
Ah man.
Oh God.
That nigga had a meeting and got in his own car. Like, god damn. Ah, man.
He did nothing. He just took his women. He left. He was like, oh, that's a fall from grace for real. Like my pride won't let me just sit to the dude I was just cursing out for my spot, and now he really in my spot. Oh God.
And that was 3 scenes ago.
Things progress real quick in this. We ain't had time to play. We had like 123 minutes. We ain't got time. We ain't got time. Oh God. So more drama. So the choreographer, he in the hospital. Okay, he trying to get them to sneak him cigarettes. I'm like, come on, bruh. With this big behind cake, I don't see no cutter, no nothing. But all right, I digress. And I'm like, we need more candles, but maybe not. And Duck, he over there, and he looking down like, what? Why is my woman with Choir Boy? Like, what? Look at this bottom right. This man is in deep thought. What he thinking, Mo Dot? What is he thinking?
Man, like it's messed up because Choir Boy was the one running down there doing the interception. Like, man, these supposed to be all your boys, but I think that's what hurt him the most because he don't really know what's going on. He just seeing Choir Boy talk to her, so it's like, damn, dog, my boy. But
he's smooth. I don't know who's worse, Eddie or David. I don't know. David, I don't know. He ruffled my feathers a lot more than Eddie for some reason. What do you feel about that, Mo Dot? Eddie Kane or David Ruffin?
I'm doing David Ruffin.
Yeah, he was a little too aggy for me. So Duck tells Jessa, like, I think Tanya's having an affair with Quiet Boy. He was like, no, heavens no, Quiet Boy would never do such a thing because he is an upstanding gentleman, okay? So he was like, you know what? I ain't hiring nobody. I'm about to sit up here and do the good old fashioned, stakeout. So he starts is what 11:10. Am I reading that right? Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
11.
11:10.
Oh God. Oh God. 11 to 10 at night. All right. And I may have made no,
Yeah, I
that's
think it may have started on it because I was looking. The bottom one is 9 something. So
yeah,
the bottom
nine
one,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So it
sorry.
started at
I
9
mixed
to
it up.
11.
Yeah, I mixed it up. But no, well, I probably did. But yeah, long story short, he was out at her house for 2 hours, y'all. 2 hours in the rain. So he realized, oh, she about to dip. Okay, if I dip, you dip, we dip. We go ahead and see where you going, girl. Where you going? And on the way, I gotta mention, on the way, he hears on the radio that Eddie Kane was trying to rob a liquor store and got shot by the police. It ain't funny, y'all, but it's funny. I'm like, this is the worst night ever for your boy. So he follows old girl to a hotel, right? You know, valet, they help her in. And he was like, I know you. I know you. And I'm like, oh, this man blew up the whole spot.
Got all your albums, been to all your shows. Can I have your autograph? This is a good night. 2 heartbeats in one night. Yeah, your brother just went upstairs.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
like, my
two
brother?
heartbeats.
What the
Oh,
hell is
yeah.
going
Two
on
heartbeats in one night.
here?
Man, after he seen her,
Go ahead.
I gonna say after he seen her pull up to the hotel, that should have been it. She ain't got no friends with hotel money.
And how far was he going to go? Was he going to try to, like, how far was you planning on doing this? Because you ain't counting on old boy telling the business. And the make matters worse, he has JT's signature. You know your brother's signature. So that's, I mean, it could be a low key coincidence that they both so happen to be at this hotel. I know it ain't. But Duck was down bad, and the Jerry curl juice of it all was mixed with the rain. And it's
Dog, JT was doing it up. He got her like she got valet when she pulled up. I would say you got to park on the street somewhere and you can walk on up here.
oh man, oh man. Shout out to Ursher. Okay, so child. JT over there arguing with Tanya. I know you ain't in love with Duck. What are you doing? Because they just got engaged. So he mad. He big mad because he told Duck, you doing too much. You're going too far. And he was like, I know you don't love him because I've been with you. And she was like, I love you, but I'm in love with Duck. I ain't using him. And apparently they have been trading messages back and forth through Choir Boy, okay? And I'm like, I don't think I caught it when I was a kid, but I'm like, was Choir Boy wrong for not staying out of the Jerry Springer situation? You over here in the group with two brothers, and that's a lot. Like, you wrong. I don't expect you to tell Duck necessarily, but you over there knowing, and I put 3 R's in Jerry. Sorry, y'all. But was Choir Boy wrong? Like, was he wrong, or was he just trying to look out for one of his
Nah.
boys?
He was wrong. That's what I was saying when they were in the hospital. I like, man, he was wrong for going out there and even relaying the messages. Like you in a group with the brothers, man. It's not like you know what I'm saying, it's Flash or somebody. It's the two brothers that you grew up with. So yeah, he was wrong for that. You gotta tell her, hey JT, man, you can't be messing with her. And you know your brother like her.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, everybody said Choir Boy wrong, so I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping. I'm like, dang, Choir Boy, you was doing it like that. You became that much of a player. Oh,
It's rock now.
okay. So JT told her, like, bruh, I'm gonna need you to confess. Okay, go ahead and confess. She was like, I can't do it. So he tried to come clean, but she was like, nah, I ain't trying to mess up my paper. Okay. And so the group is getting accolades. Okay, they're getting the awards, and this was the end. Okay, Flash said, yeah, I'm about to come out with my solo situation in 2 weeks, and it's called Flash. It's lonely at the top. I said, what kind of announcement?
Flash News was going, hey, this ship is sinking. I'm about to say sell it.
So Duck, he was like, okay, my turn. My turn. So he was like, yeah, somebody once said that Duck will really become a great writer once he suffers and feels pain. He was like, you know what? I understand what that means now. He was like, I want to thank my wife or fiance and my brother JT. He don't know what's going on. He over there smiling. He just being just ignorant and dumb at the same time. And we see these two dudes on the right, they both hauled ass off that stage. Well, gotta go. Well, yeah, pretty much the group breaks up because the lead singer gone, the writer gone. I mean, if you could you carry on with Choir Boy, Dresser, and JT? Would that be like a Bell Biv DeVoe situation? Like, how was that gonna work?
It wasn't gonna work at all, man.
Oh man, okay, we wind it down, y'all. I'm sorry for this long review. So Duck gets a letter from Choir Boy, and he's like, you know what? This is maybe like 20 or so years later, and he was like, I invested my monies and my earnings to my daddy's church, and I have a surprise. So please bless us with your presence, okay? And he was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. So he comes into church, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I rewatched this movie last week, when this hand appears. No, like I told my husband, I was like, I think I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna cry. I think I'm gonna cry. Like I think I'm gonna cry, and I'm like, I'm grown. Suck it up. Nah, the water whoops is coming because Duck had his head down when the choir came up, so he don't know what's going on, and he just heard this sound. Child.
I feel like gold. Like, damn, okay.
Oh my God, you talk about happy. Like this man was my blood. Like he was my uncle. Like, no, like for real, like my heart couldn't take it. I was just like, oh, this man, he done got clean. He done got clean though, your girl. He done joined the church and everything. And baby doll come through in the clutch. Oh God. Let me get myself together, y'all. I'm sorry. This is emotional.
Well, I will say, and now it's only been 4 scenes. He turned his life all the way back around.
He went from getting shot. He probably changed his life in that hospital bed. He was like, you know what? I done did too much for these drugs. I'm over it. I'm over it. But I'm gonna go ahead and sing with my ride or die over here.
I feel like going on.
Take your time.
Oh.
You know, you spitting when they say take your time in the church.
Take your time.
Doing horrible. It's no gray area.
It said, take your time. Who is this guy? He ain't been to this church in a while.
Yes, Tamika, you better sing. You better sing. Y'all, this is so emotional, y'all. It was so emotional, man. And you know, Duck, he over there happy. Oh God, it was a lot. So, you know, apparently he been with Choir Boy for 4 years at this point, been clean, 12-step program. But your boy was like, I'm managing the group now. So I'm gonna need some material. And my grown mind is thinking, was it wise for Eddie to jump back in the music business? Like, what do you think about this, Modoc J? Like, you don't need no parts of that old life. I can see you on tour with the young fellas, kicking it real good. Real good.
I say, yeah, it was good. I mean, if he really, turned himself around, like he probably don't want, he don't want to lead the young people in the wrong direction if they're gonna be in it. So I think it was good. I think it was good for him.
I'm glad you're being positive because I'm scared at this point. I'm scared. I'm like, we don't need no more problems out of you, Eddie Kane. We don't need no more issues. But he was telling him, hey, yo, Huh?
I said they did a good job in making him and Baby Doll look old.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby doll. She. Oh Lord. So he was like, I need to talk to you. Can you please holler at your brother? I mean, I know what happened was messed up, but apparently him and JT hasn't talked since the whole Tanya situation. This was a little tear jerker too, y'all. So Duck, he pulls up in the little whip back there. I'm like, all right, Duck, you doing all right for yourself. And apparently, him and JT earlier had a deal. Whoever had a baby first, they'll name, their child after the other. And so the little girl was telling, her brother was like, Duck, come over here, Duck. You heard what Daddy said. I'm like, oh, he done named him Duck. Oh Lord, just take me down. Take me out now. Take me out. But Modai J, I have a serious question for you. Should Duck have forgiven JT sooner? I mean, look about 20 years later. Like, do you think he was valid and staying away from your boy for that long? I
Yeah,
mean,
20 years is too long. I can see if it was like maybe a month or two. Some people might even go to the stream like a year, but it's my brother. I'm gonna forgive him for anything. So for me, I looking at it like, yeah, it wouldn't have been no 20 years.
yeah, I was like, dang, like that's a long time. Okay, so y'all they reunite and it feels so good. I was just like, okay, like it was a real feel good story, y'all. But I have just a few questions before we get out of here, okay? Because we see these women stuck by their menses through all of the BS, okay? So I have a question for you guys. Is there a hold it down expiration date? Okay, because we saw baby doll in and out, in and out, in and out. So it's like, how do you really know I need to keep still effing with him because he gonna turn his life around. I don't care if it take 30 years. So Muda J, is it a time where like as a woman you should be like, you know what, I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hang it up. I'm tired.
Man, I would say yeah. Like as soon as this nigga Eddie was a crackhead, it was hey, you don't ever talk to this man again. But I guess that's what real love would do for you. JT was
Yeah.
running around everywhere. She knew about JT messing with his brother's girl. Like, she ain't care.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, they wrapped it up in a cute bow. Seemed like everybody faithful and happy and chummy. But I was just like, y'all really stuck it through some things. Really baby
Yeah,
doll,
baby doll.
deserves the MVP. Dresser seemed like he was good. He was good. I don't, he probably stepped out a few times. We don't know, but he seemed like a good guy overall. Okay, and JT, he had his struggles. Yeah, you're right. Women did. They went over there being city girls over there being with their men. It's like, I got me a good
I
one. You
mean,
got a little paper.
Cookie was out there. Cookie, the original city girl. Yeah.
Period. Okay. Yeah, Cookie, she was over there. Yeah, you're right. She probably over there thotting over there. Okay. And so I just had to shout out the wonderful outfits from the cousins. Okay, they was always sticking with your boys, the Five Heartbeats, number one fans through the onesies and the sweater vests and the track jackets of it all. They over there trying to be rappers, trying to sell their little situation to your boy. And they was like, you know what? We rap country and western, okay? Now I had to ask myself, how old is too old to become a rapper? I'm just saying, what are y'all doing? Modai J, is there like is what do we say there's a cutoff for you? Be like, all right, bro, hang it up.
Well, back then when rap was just starting, they were older. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't have been too far off. But I mean, I ain't gonna never knock nobody dreams. But if and you like 35, 30, because I mean, it's different. Like now, it's all kinds of different genres. So you can be 30 and start off. But I say
Yeah.
if you really about to be rapping like that, I say like 25, man. Just give it up, bro.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I feel like 30 is a good age. Yeah. Daria, thank you for sticking with us. We about to get out of here, y'all. I'm sorry for this live, but my movie reviews tend to be a little long because there's a lot going on. But we gotta go ahead and thanks to Modak J for the graphics. Okay. We need to rate the five heartbeats, okay? A, B, C, D, or F. Okay. We bet not see none of those ladder letters, okay? But I'm giving it an A. It was perfection. It was funny. It was theatrical. It was real. Like you really just really just bonded with these fellas, okay? So I'm giving it an A. Mo.J, what do you give it?
A, definitely an A. That's why I told you I wanted to get on. I was like, I'll do 5 heartbeats.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it, Tamika. So yes, guys. So making sure make sure you are doing my channel support checklist, okay? Make sure you don't like, subscribe, comment it, share, part of the notification gang, okay? I don't have any signs. I got to get it together. Okay, maybe this need to be my gang sign, polish nails. I don't know, because I ain't about that life. All right. And you guys are currently watching, of course, the 5 Heartbeats review with Mo.J. But on Wednesday, Raising Kane and live discussion, 8:15, Trap Queen, okay? And go back, because yesterday I did my P Valley recap, my P Valley live. So go ahead and watch that if you haven't. And on Friday, I normally do my rap ish reviews. Okay, I may go live this week. We'll see how it's going. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Mo.J, you have any final words about the movie? If not, it's cool. Tell us what's going on with your channel, but I'm gonna let you, speak whatever you need to speak on.
Um, right now, I'm probably about to grab me something to eat and watch this. And then, other than that, on my channel, I'll probably have a couple of updates on the shot and, of course, P Valley, but I'm trying to upgrade it to, give y'all some better quality content. So that's really it right now.
All right. Thank you, Demarcus. Oh, thank you, mommy. She cried at this scene. Oh, thank you, Inga, for checking me out. I appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Okay, Mo Dot, he used to the long live, so I appreciate you, chilling with your girl. Okay.
No problem.
All right, and Kendall, yes, always sending love and light, but you guys making sure you're doing all of the things, supporting. All right, I appreciate you. And I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure I'm doing Poetic Justice next, okay? Because we got some things to talk about. Chicago, we got a lot to talk about, this whole mode of transportation of it all, okay? We got a lot we need to unpack for Poetic Justice, okay? So, you guys, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you guys and have a blessed evening, all right? Toodles.